In this video, I'm going to teach the most important part of technical analysis, and that is support and resistance. So far, if you found all of my videos useful, I'd really appreciate if you could give me a like and subscribe. So in order to know about support and resistance, you need to have a look at the chart first of all. So if this is a chart and you've got the price action on it, you can see there are certain levels where price bounces off. So for example, this dotted line over here, you can see the price, it bounces off that level. We call that support, and you've got another dotted line here where prices bounce down from that level, and we call that resistance. So think of support as like the floor of the price, and think of resistance as the ceiling, and price generally bounces between the two. How you can play this is you can, for example, buy at support and sell at resistance. And if you do shorting, you can sell at resistance and then take profit at support. One thing to be aware of, the number of times it hits support or resistance is important. If you had just seen this part here and nothing further ahead, you can't really call it support because it's only touched one time. If it's touched twice, you can say that yes, support is forming. And if it touches 3 or more times, then you can call it solid support. So it's really good level of support. So having a look at this chart here, I'd expect the price to bounce up because it's at support. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes it can go further down like this. So in this situation, if you were to carry on watching the chart, it might do something like this. So what you can see here is the price, it came back to what was support before, that same dotted line that I drew. What support can eventually become resistance in the future, and it's the same with resistance as well. So if the price was to go up from here, you might notice it comes down, hits the dotted line, and then bounces back up. So that becomes a new support. So this support here, it became resistance. And just to show you, it doesn't have to be a single line that you draw for support and resistance. It could be zones. So here I've drawn zones. So it spans more numbers rather than just one fixed level, because price might not always get to one exact level. But if you keep it as zones, then you can still see that within this zone, for example, you've got support and you've got resistance here. So now I'm going to show you 2 examples. So the first example I'm going to work through with you is the stock MasterCard. So everyone is involved with this company, in the sense if you have a credit card or a debit card, most likely is run by either Visa or MasterCard. Now, just having a look at this chart, the first thing I'd do is I'd get one of my tools, so the horizontal line, and I'd see where can I see any obvious support or resistance. So if I'm looking at this chart, I can see maybe around here, around the $390 level, there's resistance. So you can see price comes up to it, bounces down, and it bounces, comes to it, and it comes back down, comes back down, comes back down, it breaks out, and then it bounces to the same level over here, goes up, bounces at the same level, eventually breaks down and goes back up. So I know that this 390 level is an important level. Where else can I see support or resistance? So if I just continue looking, about here, I'd say, you can see it was resistance here, it broke out, price, it broke down from it, but it came back in, and you can see one touch here, again here, 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 and here. So I know this is an important level as well. If I was to just have a look at any other levels, maybe if I was to zoom in, maybe around here, I'd say. So about here, you got so many touches of this. So I know this is an important level. What does that mean? So if prices do come to this level, I'd consider buying. If it comes to this level, even better, and even better if it comes all the way down here. So this is just an example of how support and resistance can be used. Now, another example I'm going to show is this stock called Mondelez. This is a consumer staple company, and it makes most of the snacks that we have. So for example, Cadbury chocolate, etc. It's made by this company. The reason I'm showing another chart is because I want to show you that support lines and resistant lines doesn't have to be horizontal lines. If I look here, I can connect these here. That can be my resistance. So it doesn't have to be a straight line. Now, if I'm just having a look further, I can see maybe I can use this level over here, and I can also maybe stretch it back over here and have a level like this. So it's about being creative and seeing how your eye is in terms of what support and resistance. If you just remember though, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. So the more touches to the trend line, the more reliable it is. So here again, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches. So that resistance became support here. And it became support here as well. So I know this is an important level. And it's the same thing with this line over here. It's resistance here. It became support later on over here. So I know these are important levels. Now, how can I play these? Price might come to here and then it might bounce. That's one thing that might happen. Prices might come here, have a small bounce and break down all the way to here. So these are possible scenarios and I can plan my trades out. So I can say, for example, I can wait until the price goes here. I can buy it over here and sell it there for a 16% profit. Or if price comes all the way down here, I can plan my trade, and if it goes all the way up there, that's 34% profit. So this is how things can be played out with support and resistance. If you found this video useful, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please comment below.